Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya and today's video is an update on my previous Gucci unboxing. So I uploaded that video yesterday. Today is currently Monday 14th of March. It is Labor Day here, so it's a public holiday, so we had a fabulous long weekend. I have to say that I believe, and I stand by this, I would actually advocate that we should all have a 3-day weekend, because I think a 3-day weekend does wonders for your mental health. I don't mind having to go back to work tomorrow. I'm a little bit anxious because there's so much to do, but you know, that's going to happen anyway, regardless. So, anyway, so I went into the city today because I did decide to change the size of the bracelet that I showed in my previous video. That was a size 17. And I went into the city today, into David Jones, and they have the Gucci store. Not store, they have, well, yes, they have a store. They have a Gucci store in David Jones, and they have the jewelry section. So I did a bit of a, well, it's always impromptu when I decide to do these city vlogs. I wasn't going to, but then I started seeing all the beautiful bags in David Jones, and David Jones has YSL, Bottega, Celine, Fendi, Dior, Chloe, and numerous more. Gucci and so on. So anyway, I went in and I showed a whole lot of this on my Instagram stories. So if you're interested in luxury, head over to my Instagram stories. I can't make them highlights, I don't think, because there's far too many. But if you happen to catch my Instagram stories while this is up and it's not beyond the 24 hours, you'll see. Anyway, too much talk. Get to the point. My point is that I went in and I spoke with another sales associate. So I was served by Maya last time. She wasn't in today. I was served by Sherla, and Sherla is now my new SA, and told her all about my channel and everything. So she said she's going to watch, so that's good. So I'll send her the link to this video. I only brought the box in, and I carried this little box in my handbag, and I was carrying my Coach Cassidy today. And so we went through, we looked at the different sizes. The 16 was there, thankfully. I was worried they weren't going to have one. And then she wrapped it up again, and it looks beautiful in the green packaging. Obviously, I didn't have to pay any extra. Everything's all the same. Here you have the same green, well, it's not, yeah, it is the same green box with the beautiful filigree work on it. Gucci written there. Open up. Inside is that natural sort of, what do you call it? There's a name for it. It's like a potato sack. What's that? Hessian. It's like a Hessian, but very soft and subtle, or like a rough calico. This is the same thing. You've got that little care booklet and so on there in the base of the box. And inside the little bag is the newer bracelet. Now these bracelets, because they are a soft bracelet, the links will twist, but when it's on, it won't. Hold please. And there we have the size 16. So as you can see, there is less room. There is still some room, and because it's sitting closer to my wrist and my skin, the links will not twist. The bracelet does move, so if it moves up and down, there might be a bit of a twist happening. But the thing is, look, unless it's a hard bangle like this one, you can't prevent twisting and moving from happening. So I'm happy with this. Gucci only has the one exchange policy, so I can't go back and exchange it again. She asked me to make sure, check it all over, make sure it was all in good shape, and it was. It's perfect. I love it. It sits better. And I'm happier overall with the way this looks on my wrist. And as you can see, there is some give, so I don't feel like it's too tight, which is very much like these two, except I've got them pushed up at the moment. But even my Tiffany, I have it quite firm. I don't have it too loose because I just don't like them too loose on my wrists. And even this one, which I wear further up, as you can see, has got some give. So this is the size that I am most happy with. And that's it there. So if you are looking for a Gucci sales associate, make sure you speak to Sherla. She is based at the Gucci jewelry store in David Jones in Melbourne. So, and the city David Jones. And for your reference, if you are interested, her name is Sherla Hugh, and that's where she's based. So give her a call if you need anything. Perfume. Okay, now I have a little bit more Gucci to tell you about. And this Gucci that I'm going to share with you is a small sample of one of their perfumes. So what happened was, after I organized this exchange, I really was in the mood for dumplings, and so I walked around the city a little bit. I certainly well and truly hit the mark with my steps today. So anyway, when I was walking around the city, went and had a bite to eat and a glass of wine, came back through David Jones, and I walked through the makeup section, and they had the Gucci makeup section. And I'm actually quite interested in the Gucci special edition fragrances. So I stopped, I had a look. I didn't take a photo because I was so caught up in what I was looking at that I forgot to take a photo. But I was served by a beautiful young lady named Rhonda, and she told me about the perfumes. And I was actually considering one of their stronger perfumes, because I think I've told you I quite like strong perfumes. And that one was called the something of the snake, the hand of the snake, or I don't know, something of the snake. I can't remember the name of it now. It's in a black bottle. And I've sprayed that on this arm. And that's a strong scent with some oud through it. She was telling me about the various scents that they have there and the prices, of course, which, you know, any of these special edition fragrances are going to be expensive. We know that. It's a given. And she suggested the one that she really, really loves. And it was one of the less expensive ones. It was in the white bottle. And this is the one. It's called, this is from the Gucci Alchemist's Garden, which has a whole lot of essential oils and so on in there. Then they also make like a lighter mist that you can spray on your clothing, your hair, on yourself, but it just doesn't last as long. And then they have the perfumed oils, which are in the smaller bottle. They're green and they're a perfumed oil, so they're $700 and something. The coloured bottles are $500 and something, and these ones were $487. Anyway, so she told me about this one here, and this is her favourite scent, which has now become my favourite scent, and it is called The Eyes of the Tiger, and it is a beautiful scent. It's soft. Initially it comes across as quite soft, but it lasts. It's long lasting because it's a parfum. And I sprayed it on my arm here, and oh my gosh, I wore it ages ago. Then I went and picked up Talia hours later, and when she sat in the car, she goes, oh, the car smells different. And it's because of my perfume. So what does it smell like? It smells like bougie Johnson & Johnson's baby powder. And it's just got that really soft, comforting perfume scent to it. So it does have that powdery top note, which I think is beautiful, and I love powdery scents. The what's it called? The Dolce & Gabbana, the one perfume, also has that powdery level to it, which I also love. This is especially beautiful because although it starts off quite powdery, there is some depth to it. So as those top notes dissipate, let's say, the base is the powderiness, but it has a touch of oud through it. So anyway, I asked her, I said, oh, is there any chance you have a little sample, because I'd like to try it over a few days? And she said yes. I shouldn't give it to you, but yes. So anyway, this is what it looks like in the little sample. So it's a little sachet. You slide that out, and it's just a little bottle like this. It's quite slim, but it's tall, and it's not a spray bottle. It is the dab on, and this is the one that is called, like I said, this is the Gucci, the Alchemist's Garden, The Eyes of the Tiger, and this bottle is white and it has the gold print on it. It is beautiful, beautiful. So I didn't buy it today because I have a couple of vouchers. And the funny thing is that I mentioned in my previous videos about how I have a couple of vouchers coming my way. So when I started doing my sort of city vlog and so on, I thought, oh, I'm going to put those vouchers towards some YSL earrings, you know, the long threader ones. And then when I went to exchange my bracelet, I really, really would like the matching GG studs. They're beautiful. It's exactly the same GG as this clasp here, and I thought to myself, oh god, I really want those. And they had them in stock. They were $480 something, and I thought, wow, I really, really, really wanted them. And I thought, well, if I put $300 towards them, I'm not paying too much. Then anyway, walked around a little bit more, went past Christian Louboutin, I went inside, and then they have fragrances too. Fell in love with one of their fragrances. And then anyway, fast forward to the Gucci fragrance, and now my heart is set on the Gucci fragrance. So that's that. So I don't know what I'm going to put those vouchers towards. In all honesty, I should just save those vouchers and put them away and add it towards something much more special, like my ring for my 50th in July. But anyway, that's that. And the other thing I was looking at while I was at the Gucci counter, Rhonda was helping me. I said to her, look, I really would like to try the bronzer, please. And I know that the Gucci bronzer has had very, very positive reviews. The color that probably would have suited me is the number 3, which is here on this cheek here and just across there. But they didn't have that in stock. So I said, oh, because I was going to buy it then and there. And the packaging is just gorgeous. So then she said, let's try number 4, which was a tad darker. And as you can see, so we've put number 4 here and just across there as well. And that is a tad darker. And if anything, and this is probably not a fair, accurate representation because I've got the sunlight here. The number 3 is lighter. The 4 is darker. But what it tends to do is balances out my redness because I don't have any foundation on. I don't own foundation. They were both quite surprised. And so because of that, I've decided to go with the number 4. Because then it might counteract some of this redness here. And it's soft, highly pigmented. And why am I telling you about it, not showing you? Because they also didn't have number 4 in stock. So I was going to buy it then and there, but I couldn't. So I've given them my details and I'm waiting for them to give me a call as soon as it's in. And the other girl who sort of served me as well, we're having a chat because we talked about, you know, influencers in YouTube and people doing unboxings and stuff, and I told them about my channel, and she said, oh, you can always go next door to David Jones. I said, no, I want to give you the sale because you guys have helped me. So that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm going to wait for them to give me a call, and I'm going to pop in later on in the city, and I'm going to pick up the bronzer and probably the perfume. But I'm sort of hoping for one of those Maya super sale days or something. Maybe I can pick it up on special. I don't know. Hopefully. Anyway, let me know what you think of this little update. This is the bracelet. It is a little bit more snug on my wrist, but I prefer that because all my others are also quite snug. I won't wear it with this. I will eventually remove this. And I will be wearing this every day, basically, because that's why I bought a silver one. I didn't want to buy just costume jewelry, and I love it. I love it. Let's take this off now, shall we? There you go, on its own. It's beautiful. So it won't move around much, but that's okay. That's what I prefer. And the individual links won't twist. So there's still some room, but not as much as the previous one in the size 17. Let me know what you think of this update. Do you have the Gucci bronzer? Let me know what you think of the Gucci bronzer. Let me know what you think of the fragrances, if you have any of the special edition Gucci fragrances. And I look forward to reading your comments as always. So take care, everybody. God bless. And I'll see you next time.